TC, one word to describe today.
Only one word. Unreal. Inspired, honestly.
When Caitlin Clark returned to the Carver Hawkeye Arena court, the atmosphere turned electric. The crowd roared to an astonishing 116 decibels during player introductions, surpassing the noise levels of many NFL and NBA games, all before she even laid a hand on the ball. But when Caitlin Clark pulled up for a 36-foot three-pointer from the very spot where she once broke Kelsey Plum's NCAA scoring record, the entire arena trembled with excitement. 7 months away from the game hadn't changed a thing. Her return wasn't just another matchup, it was a powerful preview of what 2025 has in store. In this video, we'll revisit the unforgettable highlights you might have missed from that iconic night. If you're hyped for the season ahead, drop a "fired up for the Fever" in the comments below. Let's get it started.
What does it mean to you to be going back to play at Iowa, but this time with your jersey and the Raptors?
Yeah, I'm super excited to go back and play at Iowa. Obviously a place that has meant a lot to me, and we've had so many amazing games inside that arena, so it'll be fun to be back in front of those fans, and honestly to get to introduce those fans to all my new teammates. And the Indiana Fever, I think, will be really special because they love supporting all of us. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's going to be a special day.
What happens when a hometown hero returns after taking the basketball world by storm? Iowa City gave us the answer, and it was louder, prouder, and more passionate than anyone imagined. Hours before tip-off, fans began lining up outside Carver Hawkeye Arena, not just for the game itself, but for a chance to witness warm-ups and share the same space with Caitlin Clark, even if just for a moment. The line wrapped around the building, with people standing under the May sky, eagerly waiting for the doors to open, all for a preseason game that wouldn't even show up in the record books.
What are you the most excited to show your teammates around campus?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm most excited to show them how cool Iowa City is. Like, people don't realize how good of a college town that place is. My teammates just expect it to be cornfields, but I'm like, no, it's one of the greatest colleges. So, yeah, downtown Iowa City is where it's at. So we'll give them a little tour, and I'm sure they're going to want to come back.
For 7 months is a long time in the world of basketball. 7 months without professional action made every second feel even more meaningful. As Caitlin Clark stepped onto the court, the anticipation was electric. What would she do on her first play? Would she launch a deep three from the logo? The moment she entered the game, those questions faded into a thunderous roar. This wasn't just applause. It was a sound that reached 116 decibels during player introductions. That's louder than most NFL stadiums, louder than playoff basketball, all for a preseason game and one extraordinary player.
Yeah, getting to go back to Iowa, it's so exciting. I obviously haven't really been there much since I left about a year ago. And I think just getting to see people that have supported me throughout my career and continue to support me is going to be incredible. But also, like, they're the biggest Indiana Fever fans too now. Like, they want to meet all my teammates. They want to cheer for my teammates. And I was telling some of the girls this the other day, I'm like, they're going to go crazy for you too.
This wasn't just any arena for Caitlin Clark. It was Carver Hawkeye, where her rise to stardom began. It's where she broke records and made women's college basketball must-watch. Iowa became the heart of the sport because of her. Fans paid an average of $670 per ticket, not for playoffs, but for a preseason game. Some drove hours and took time off just to witness her return to the court. She made legendary.
Good luck finding affordable tickets for the Indiana Fever preseason game against Brazil at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Seats at the arena for the May 4th matchup between the Indiana Fever and Brazil were first offered to season ticket holders and a few top donors. It didn't take long for them to be gone.
Even Clark's teammates understood the significance of Lexi Hull's 22 Iowa jersey during pregame. A beautiful gesture acknowledging this wasn't just another game for her teammate. This was a homecoming.
They're going to have signs about you. They want your autograph. They want a high five from you. And I think that's what I appreciate about them the most is like they want to cheer not only for myself, but everybody else on this team. And they have so much fun watching us. So now getting to take the Indiana Fever to them and their environment. I was telling Lexi and some of the other girls this other day is like, this will be the loudest arena you have ever played in. They're going to scream. They're going to cheer. When I tell them to get up, they're going to get up. So it'll be fun to get to go back there since my last time playing there in the NCAA tournament my senior year. So it should be really fun.
The emotion hit Clark, and you could see it in her eyes during warm-ups, scanning the packed arena, now filled with 15,000 fans. This was the place that launched her into basketball immortality. Now she returned not just as a star, but as a professional who had changed the game forever. But this night wasn't just about nostalgia. It was about proving the bond with Iowa was still alive, and her game had only evolved. As the ball went up for the opening tip, the crowd leaned in. Clark settled into position, that familiar fire in her eyes. No one could have predicted how perfectly the night would unfold, but it all started with a shot that brought the house down.
Clark, pull up three, you bet!
In sports, some moments are bigger than the scoreboard. They tell a story all on their own. Right from the start, Clark made her mark, sinking the first basket of the game. And of course, it was a three-pointer. But that was only the beginning. Later, with 25 seconds left in the third quarter, she pulled up from 36 feet out at Carver Hawkeye Arena. 3 quick dribbles, 1 fearless launch, and the shot dropped. It wasn't just another bucket. It was Caitlin Clark's way of telling the world, I'm back.
Better looking possessions of the day for Brazil. Here's Clark. Wow! You bet! From beyond the logo! And a little point.
Early in the game, you could see Clark easing back into her rhythm. The same confidence, the same court vision. It was all still there. Every movement felt familiar to those who had watched her light up college basketball. Her passes were sharp, her decisions instant, and that trademark smile said it all. The Brazil national team was already scrambling to contain the Fever's offense when Clark crossed half court with that look. The one where she sees something no one else does. The defenders backed off, but not enough. They never do.